Okay, someone once asked me, why do I have so many characters? Actually, they asked me why do I have 16 characters? Well, I thought it would be nice to go through the reasons for each individual character. Now, this one is a recreation of a Federation character that I had due to the Gamma event. Um, this one started on this date, and it was a Gamma recruit character. Originally a remake of a Federation character of the Gamma Jem'Hadar character. So then there's that character. He is tactical officer. This character is a recreation of my Klingon version of that character. Also remade for the same purposes, but on the Klingon side. This is my personal character of myself. This is the ship I'm using. This is my character. He's kind of more of an item holder, but he's at level 54. But this is my second attempt of making this character. When I tried, I'm gonna have to go through. I'm gonna have to go through these things individually, one by one down the list. But this was my perfect character. When I first started playing Star Trek Online, I made another character that has items stuck on him, and I can't sadly remove those. Otherwise, I would remove that character. Because that was kind of a beta test, or an alpha test. This is the perfect character. The only reason he's wearing a white uniform is just so I'm able to see him better in certain lighting. But yeah, this is basically a version of me in Star Trek Online. This character, let's see, what character am I using? This is for a duplicate of the first Jem'Hadar character, but it's for other purposes. Basically sandbox play. Okay, this is my this is my first character. He was originally a Trill, and I was trying to go with Joint Trill, and this was a mistake actually. So it does not show you what level he is. So let's go on the. Let's go on to see the levels. Now, of course, the every Jem'Hadar character I have is level 65. So this character is, he is about that far along, and he's going to stay that far along, as he's just a prototype character. But given the fact that
Starfleet has lost contact.
But given the fact that I'm not able to go and take the items off him, I might as well continue to play him. Let's see now, where are the items in question? Okay. Bank. Yes. And I've been advised to hang on to these items in case they become valuable at some point. Um, Hopefully, they will be unlocked on my account if I ever get the chance to use these, even though the 9th anniversary event is long since past. But this is why this character exists. It's because he's stuck with item syndrome. And the date, of course, is the date of when I get my first ship of my Gamma characters. I like to go and put a date on there to know when I made them. But this one came out much better. The original Klingon version was the Jemadar all white suit, shoulder blades, and the chest armor. But in discovering that I can put different outfits on them, it's much nicer. Okay, so there's my original, there's my prototype guy. This uniform is a uniform of the, doing my best to create the Havoc Squad from Star Trek Elite Force PS2 game. The closest thing I can get to that costume in Star Trek Online. This one is made for purposes of gold mining solely. That's why this one exists. This is my temporal character from the original series. Another version of me, but he is human. You cannot make aliens in Star Trek Online. I might even be so bold as to make an Andorian. Okay, this is my character based on Banner, Crest of the Stars, Sword of the Stars, Banner of the Stars. So let me go and I haven't played on him in a while, but it's good to have a Romulan around. I'm particularly proud of this character. Just a few minutes ago, I saw somebody make another character of mine that I made, but I no longer have that character currently. But I was going to remake her, but I never got around to it. Abriola Phil of Banner of the Stars. Except my version is a Romulan, their version is a Vulcan, which I kind of recommend doing a Romulan if you're going to be doing one of those because of they've got cloaking technology and Vulcans don't. Now I know that the Ob did not have that ability in Banner of the Stars and the other two seasons or series, but it's a useful trait. It's a wonderful skill to have, and I do love it. Now, this is my Banner of the Star, the uniform for the for Banner of the Stars. And I did my very best to get the right color patterns. This one's also a roleplay character. And at any point, if I ever do go on voice chat, having a male character is actually beneficial. But I do plan on recreating my Abriel Lafiel Romulan offshoot character. Federation side, of course. And I will be keeping the uniform for her, as that was the closest thing to the crest. I am using the Foundry emblem, and the rank is on the right side, of course. That's actually a better look at the lighting. Now, I'm not happy with the pants here, but I think that was the closest thing I could get. And it's supposed to be a high-ranking officer too, so like an admiral or something. So I don't know if okay, those are just some notes I have. So, okay, yeah. So I originally had plans on moving this guy to another fleet, but didn't happen. And he's actually fine where he's at, right? I don't know if there's anybody who's on voice chat in this guild, but I'll keep him where he's at. I was trying to find his level. Yep, and I named him Green Lantern, the ship, because I just didn't know what to name it. Let's see if I can find see if I can go and find the statuses of this character. Oh, 28. He's doing pretty well. He's doing pretty well. The character CD-ROM. I will hang on to him. Okay, so let's go and flip through each one. Okay, so yes, because somebody asked me why do I have so many characters? Well, each character really does have their own purposes and reasons for being. Okay, so this was my temporal, kind of like my temporal agent. I don't know if he's in a fleet, but he's from my original series, and it's just fun having him. He's basically in an all-black uniform with the red stripe because he's a tactical officer, and very covert. This was my original character, very first character. Started playing, I think, Star Trek Online, April 22nd, 2019. and that was my first Geometer character. So I had I think I started playing with my human version, and this version when I started playing. This one is Tulip Olsen from the Cartoon Network show Infinity Train. I've got a version of her in Star Wars The Old Republic. To be honest, this one came out a lot better. I have no real roleplay history set up for her at this point. I've just hanged on to her because I like the character. Okay, this one's kind of a personal one. Nog from Deep Space Nine. Wanted to make a Nog character for the longest time, but after the tragic passing of the actor that played him, what's his name? Aaron Eisenberg. I decided to finally go and create a character after seeing a photograph on Facebook of somebody trying to find the spot where Jake and Nog would sit down on the promenade on Deep Space Nine. And he is an engineer, and he is based on the Dominion War storyline of the TV show. So he's wearing the uniform. And this is just why I have him. Okay, here's another one. Katie Holt from Voltron as Pidge from the 2018 or 17 Netflix series of Voltron. This is supposed to be her, that character. Yes, she is wearing the wrong costume. She is a science officer. And I have not played with her in quite some time. She is a level 16. But yes, this is Pidge. I was trying to get the right hair, but I couldn't. And when they finally decided to show her wearing this hairstyle, I thought like, okay, I can do that and it will work. But she's a science officer. Tried to get achievements on the science officer and playing Stranded in Space, and it did not function. So been playing tactical officers ever since. This is my Klingon Borg. When I finally found out that I could make Borg armor on the Klingon by mix and matching different different clothing options on the character. That's when I decided to do that, but I haven't been able to do that. So he's basically wearing all black Klingon armor, and the shoulders are red to remind me that he's a tactical officer. I know he's supposed to be a liberated Borg, but one of the reasons why I wanted to play this race in this manner was to play the standard drone outfit Borg. But again, I haven't gotten around to it yet. But it'll happen one day. Okay, this one is, what is this character? What is this character that I'm playing on? This one, let's see. Because I can't see what she looks like or if it is he. Okay, let's see what we got here. Oh, Yuki. Okay. This is my Star Trek Online, Star Trek Discovery STD version of Yuki Kono from Sword Art Online, the Mother Rosario arc, and this is her digital avatar self. Now, I have no... What does it say? What did I write here? Okay, yeah, I wrote down a... Okay, apparently I wrote down a player name on here. But her storyline is that as she was dying in Sword Art Online and in the real world, as the... and I can't believe... I still don't agree with this. With the AIDS virus that got to her. She was digitally duplicated and is now completely as a digital entity. So she has the freedom to jump around various VR MMO RPGs and still exist. She's basically like a digital ghost like Kyla. But this is basically her, and I do roleplay as this character in Star Trek Online and Star Wars: The Old Republic. So this is why she exists. So she's my roleplay character on there. So yeah, I have a few roleplay characters. So in being interested in the classic uniform design, I went with the STD outfit and basically tried to make it look more original series. But I like the way it turned out with the gold trim and everything. It looks really nice. So I wonder who's on. Okay, so just us now. That message did flash their Discord information. Let's see if I can find that out. So yeah, I know it flashed Dark Exodus their information, but I don't see it here. I don't see it here at all. So there we go. I'll have to look into that later. Okay, so what's the next character to play as? Okay, so I've got Yuki, CD, Human Me, my Gamma Hunter for the Gamma event. Actually, I call this character Blue Lantern. So he's basically wearing Blue Lantern armor. I'd like to get the metal more white, but I'm not possible. But yeah, that's my Blue Lantern Jem'Hadar. It's part of the core. Klingon. My holder. My double. My miner, my agent of yesterday. So yeah, first Jemadar warrior, Tulip, Nog, my Nogoth. Uh, yeah, and these characters are Yuki, Pidge. Could you say Tulip? Tulip and Nog. They're my roleplay characters. My Borg, because I wanted to play as a Borg. This one is my Benzite, Mendak. Made him up because I was curious about the Benzite race with the character creator and wanted to just play as a Benzite tactical officer. I was there was Mendon, and something else Dak. So I split the names and I named them Mendak. This was before I started putting dates on my ships. And then this one finally is my other STD Star Trek Discovery character, a version of me, but as an alien. So I have two of these guys rolling around. But honestly, I prefer playing 25th century characters, not the STD versions, because the transporter beacon when you beam up, it's just so bright on the screen. I don't like it. So I kind of like stopped playing this character. But this character is mainly made for special events in certain cases, and he basically hangs out on Rise a lot. So yeah, resource mining, pocket space, events, and roleplay. And these are the reasons why I have this many characters. Also, the fact is that it's nice to be able to have access into another into guilds. I mean, just because you don't talk to somebody doesn't mean you can't use their resources to help yourself out with other characters. So yeah, role play and mining. Um, and of course, we've already gone through the original, all the other reasons I have characters, and with a character design feature as diverse as Star Trek Online, as long as you're able to pay for it, you can pretty much have any character you want. So let's go through the options of the awesomeness of Star Trek Online. Okay, male, female. The alien, and then of course we have the Vulcan. So I've already got Yuki in this regard, so that settles that. I've got the Dominion, so I don't need any more. Okay, now originally I had an Andorian, and I named her Snowfleet. And this was to a very small fleet or guild where it was not not built up. And this was when I was messing around with the character creator. And sadly, there was no voice chat. What they said, I think, what they wrote on their biography is love people and use stuff, not the other way around. And that really stuck with me. That was a nice thing to put in their biography of their group, and it said, "No worries about being kicked out." Oh my gosh, I can't believe they would put this race in there. Oh wait, no, it's not the Packlet. It's the Tellarite. Tellarites are fun. Tellarites are fun. Then we get the Vulcan, but the problem I have with the character creator in this section is that these are not full factions. I mean, you got maybe 12 missions of the original series, and then you jump up into the main stuff. So there's that. And it would be nice if we could actually have the cat people on there, so I could put this outfit on a cat person from Star Trek, the original animated series. Well, I know. Well, there's only one animated series, but I really liked the way that was turned out. Sometimes it's canon, sometimes it's not. It just depends. But yeah, I may end up going and making Snowflea again. Okay, I made original Abriola Phil out of a Romulan, and she turned out really well. I'm gonna have to remake her. I deleted her once before for not being satisfied with the character, and then when I tried to remake the character, the uniform got even worse. Okay, the Klingon, I've already got the Borg, and the Klingon for the and the Klingon for well, the Jemadar Klingon a faction. So yeah, there's that. So let's see what we have here. Ooh, the Andorian. Okay, so if I didn't want to have to make another so-called temporal agent because there's no special event, I can just make a basic Andorian from here. Human, Andorian, a Bajoran. Yeah, I don't think I'd be playing as a Bajoran. A Betazoid. Yeah, these are the characters I don't really feel too interested in playing. They're too close to humans. I've got a Bullion. Okay, so if I actually wanted to make Crewman Shell from Star Trek Elite Force, I was actually covered. Okay, and I made a Ferengi. Oh, wait a minute. Let me go to mail. It's still kind of weird that they would actually put in a Ferengi female. I mean, you can if you want, but I don't think a lot of people actually bother playing too many Ferengis. But it's nice to have the option. Liberated Borg. Yeah, and that's the biography of the Borg. That is for a lifetime member or subscriber only kind of perk. Now that they don't have subscriptions month by month, this is the only way you're able to get it. The Packlet. We look for things to make our ship go. Still funny. What is that? Ooh, gosh. A Rigelian. Wow. Well, I don't really see a use for playing him. Okay. Okay, Red. Let me get this better. A humanoid species that is native to the planet Rigel 5. Rigelians are a secretive and splintered people. Rigelians are believed to have 4 or 5 genders. Wow. But also exhibit many physiological similarities with Vulcans and Romulans. Some Federation um anthropologists, okay, there we go, believe that they share a common ancestry. Rigelians typically have pale skin, pronounced facial ridges. They customarily use body paint or tattoos. Elaborate jewelry to display social status and family ties. Now, I don't mind the jewelry, like kind of like the jackets on the reboot of Battlestar Galactica. I actually found that was really interesting. But glad I'm not a Regilian because the whole tattoo kind of thing, I'd be like, oh man, that would really hurt. Um, this is another species that I'm interested in, but I don't know if I'd want to play him. A reptilian race from Surin are intelligent and make excellent Starfleet officers. Humans have a circulatory system with inherent regeneration. Wait. Uh, circulatory system with redundancies that make them hard to kill. They are comfortable in underwater and can where adapt well to rainforests and swampy climates. They are resistant to poisons and can be um, breathed a variety of gas without ill effects. Shrooms are renowned for traders and and most of their early interactions with other species were related to commerce. Shrooms branch branch so, bleh, sorry, can't talk, is something prized. Oh, oh, brandy. Saurian brandy is prized throughout the Alpha Quadrant. Okay, so this is what a saurian looks like. Okay, from The description I tried to read, this species seems to be the counterpart to the parallel of the Argonians in Elder Scrolls Online. A species that's poison resistant. But I've never experimented playing one before. So this one seems to be a poison resistant species. So each species basically has their own traits. It's been said they're not as pronounced as Elder Scrolls to me, but it's still interesting. So yeah, I might want to play a Saurian. Oh wait, can I? Wait a second. Can I? Okay, so that's the female version. What if I actually named her Brandy? Saurian Brandy. That would be funny. And let's see now. What are the packlets? Let's see now. Yeah, we look for things to make our ship go. Air advantage. Most packlets sustain. Politic ties. Few, however, have chosen to join Starfleet, and their success in the rigorous academic arena of Starfleet. Academies. Academy shows that packlets can be much more than wanderers and traders. Yeah, so I'm not seeing any race traits on this character, so yeah. No race traits on them, but the Saurian would be nice. Ooh. I am going to remake a Talaxian. My original Talaxian was a well, maybe I'll just keep him as an engineer. I don't know. I made an original Talaxian that was an engineer, and he was on the Federation side. I might try to go and make him Klingon. I got inspired to do that, but there's I've been told that 10% of players play Klingon side, but it's like no. You have to planet Telex. Telex. Jovial. and jovial. But this is what you get when you're doing recordings at 5 in the morning. I actually got my message. Definition of jovial. Okay, cheerful and friendly. Okay, so basically, Talaxians are the partiers of the galaxy. Okay, more. Okay, so let's see. Talaxians have pale skin and areas of yellow and reddish spots. I think we're brown on their heads. Sounds like they have jaundice arms and bodies, and a plume of hair the top of their heads, like mohawks. They are stocky and have dense musculature on their upper bodies. And twin. Ooh, this might be interesting. Twin spinal columns. Most males have whiskers that develop in puberty. In the mid 24th century, the Talaxian fought a violent and punishing war with I can't pronounce that, something order, which ended after the unleashed the meteoric cascade on one of the Talaxian's moons, killing more than 300,000 colonists. Oh man. Forcing the Talaxian's government to surrender control of their world. As a result of the war, many Talaxians have left Talax. Some are wanderers and traders who range throughout the Delta Quadrant, but other Talaxians have gathered together in an attempt to settle a new world and found new society. Okay, so this basically gives Neelix's backstory of his people. That was also a lifetime member perk. Okay, we got Tellarite. Trill. Okay, so this basically gives the Trills make good science officers. I'm gonna have to make myself one. We've got Vulcans. And then we have aliens. So let's count exactly I've done most species, so let's count exactly. Okay, I've done human, and I'm only counting the species that do exist. I've made Andorians, but I've killed one off, so I'm gonna count the species that I do have in my collection. Human 1, um, Benzite, that's 2. Three, that's Ferengi. 4, the Borg. 4, the Borg. What else do we have here? We have Trill, so that's 5 species, 5 characters I've made. Then we have an alien, 6. So I've made 6 characters from this. Well, 6 races. So out of let's see now. So 1, 2, 4, 5. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So I made basically 6 race choices out of 16 characters here. Including, gotta make myself a Cation. So let's see what I've got here for races. Oh, now that is interesting. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This reminds me of the episode where he had to be playing as a Klingon. 7, 8. Eight characters. Wow. So if I wanted to, I could go and play as an alien. So, but this does not look the same as it was to me before. I think they've updated, which is not that bad. Okay, so character choices I'm going to play as on the Klingon side. Got a Klingon Borg, so I don't need to make a Klingon, just a basic Klingon. Gorn, Talaxian, and an alien. So those will be my 3 choices there. So that will add up to and of course this is basically experimentation. to where it's experimentation with Gorn, Talaxian. That's 3 races and an alien, 4 races. Oh yeah, and the Orion. The Orion character, yeah. So 5 races there. Now as for Romulan, so yeah, you can have a lot of characters just by experimenting, and a lot of it's just aesthetics, but it's still fun. Okay, so if I wanted to okay, I liberated Romeo and Borg. Okay. For my version of Gabriella Feel, it's going to be it is not going to be a Romulan. It is going to be a alien. So she's going to have some. She's going to have some purpose to her because they do have the extra slots. And when I made when I made up the character, I really couldn't decide if I wanted to play as a Romulan, play as an alien. So making up Gabriella Feel will be perfect as an alien. So let's count it away. Okay, so let's count it away about how many character slots will I need. Okay, so I'm gonna save the Endorian for a special event if ever comes around. So that's 1. Let's see. So okay, so it's an Endorian slot, so it's 1. Um, 1 character. Two for a Borg, maybe. 3. 3 character slots. Talaxian 4. Okay, well, I'll just say Talaxian 5 because might want to make 2 of them. Talaxian 5, so 5 slots. Trill 6. Trill 6. So 6 character slots. I already know I'm gonna remake Snowflea on the TOS. So yeah. There's that now. Romulan. 6 slots. Romulan Borg. I don't think so. Romulan and then the alien. So That's 7 slots. That is 7 slots. Now as for the Klingon. Gorn will be 8 slots. And if I want to make a Gorn will be 8 slots. Now if I want to go and make a human version of myself, but as a Klingon, because I did make half Trill, half Klingon species, it'd be 9 slots. Nine slots. So 9 slots. Okay. So we have 9 slots in existence there. Now, with doing that, okay, 9 other slots. So how many characters do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, 16. 19. 25 characters. This will save me in the way of making 25 characters. Now they have a lot of variety. Yes, this is true. And I honestly do like playing them all. So in this video, I've talked about future plans, and I've talked about reasons why these characters do exist. Now, if I can get these characters to be joined in other fleets, now I don't see a problem. I really don't see too much of a problem with the Federation side characters, but as for the Klingons, I may need to put these new characters in a Klingon fleet of some sort. And find out what's needed. To because I don't know if I'm going to I can dump some other characters in there, and I can go and I can mine these guys, and yeah. So I can figure it out that way, and so basically, I will be satisfied once I have basically 25 to 26 characters in my roster. Now, of course, I don't know how much I'm going to be playing with these characters. All of them. But it would be nice to be able to at least have them in the roster to know that they exist and everything's fine. Now let's see. Now I could instead of going and making Abriella feel on the Federation side, because I found out that there's a player that's already doing that. Um, oh wait a minute. No, I take that back. She has to be on that side because of the Romulan, the Jupiter Station uniform, which basically mirrors her uniform from Band of the Stars. Only is on Federation side. There's that. So yeah, 25 to 26 characters. And I've already explained my reasons for why I have all these. And there you go.